have you seen my eyelashes? Like, seriously, have a look at these. Have you seen them? If you've not, why have you not seen them? My eyelashes are on Facebook, my eyelashes are on Twitter, my eyelashes are on Instagram, my eyelashes are all over social media because these are the best eyelashes in the world. And I found it exactly at the time that I'd run out of mascara, and I had no idea about mascara. I just knew, like, you put it on your eyelashes. And I would go into Boots and walk up and down and look at all the mascaras and leave with nothing because I had no idea what the difference was between them all and what was a good price or anything. So I get to Sydney and I have no mascara, and Laura's like, oh my god, you need to try this. So I was like, okay, I'll put it on. And I spent like the next 10 minutes in the mirror like this. I did not even know my eyelashes did this. I did not know I had this many eyelashes. Seriously, like a whole day I'd be on the train and I would be like looking at my eyelashes in the window. Eyelashes! Compensation plan is it's amazing. It's a little bit complicated when you don't know all the jargon. So it's like you start in colours, so you've got the white and yellow, and then your pink and blue, and then green and orange, and then purple and black, and then black's got like black level 1, black level 2, so on and so on. And then you've got things like first circle wholesales, you know, first gen, second gen, fourth gen, whatever. And I guess the way to do it is to like look at where you are and look at the next one and just like find out what you need to get from here to there and learn them step at a time. Amber Voigt does a great video. If you're interested in exactly how it all works, I will put it in the comments and you can have a look at it. I definitely recommend it. It made so much more sense to me after looking at that. But the point is, it's amazing, right? So you start off with 20%. Like minimum, you get 20% on everything that you sell. It's amazing. It's like if you buy yourself makeup, you're buying it tax free. You know, our VAT is 20%. You're getting it tax free because you get 20% back. And that is until you sell 1,000. It's like PRS, personal retail sales. It's like points, or it's the equivalent of the value in US dollars. So like a mascara is £23, but 29 PRS because it's $29 in America. Get it? And when, again, in Australia, I was chatting with Laura about, you know, Younique and what it was and what it did and how it worked, and she explained to me that Mimi, like our upline, who's currently a purple status, she had purple status in May, and I was there in the June, so she'd been doing it for like a year and she got there. And it's, you need, like yourself, you have to sell so much, like 500 PRS, and then everyone underneath you has to sell so much in certain groups. So you've got like everyone underneath you who's white, yellow, pink or blue, and everyone under them, and they sell like this much, and then you get like 3% on that. And then everyone underneath you who's green or orange, and all their teams, they together have to sell like this much on top of what you have to sell and what your circle has to sell, and you get like 4% on that or something, and it kind of goes like that. And basically we sat there and worked out all the numbers, and I realised that in May, selling mascara on Facebook, Mimi made double my wage. Like, double my wage. And I mean, I'm on a good wage. I am by no means poor. I've just spent the weekend at Pitlochry at the Enchanted Forest. You know, I had a pirate costume for Anthony, I had a fairy costume, I had all my splurge creams. You know, I pay all my bills with no issue. I have money to spend on like a bottle of wine if I want. I'm not poor, but she makes double my wage just selling mascara. So I was like thinking about that, and like, let's say in a year's time I make purple status. I mean, it's obviously doable because people have done it. Assuming that I keep my job, I have just tripled my monthly income. Or even making the assumption that I leave my job and do Younique full time because I'm purple status, I have doubled my income in a year. Like, I know people at my work who have been there, you know, 8, 9, 10, 15 years and have not doubled my wage. And it is amazing to think that I could do that. Like, I know it's not all about the money, but, you know, it's up there. It will pay my bills, it will give me a little bit extra. Like, in a year, double my wage. Who doesn't want that? It's amazing, right? So another thing about the compensation plan is that everyone sort of looks at it, and because it steps up, like, oh, a pyramid scheme, but actually it's what's called a step out scheme. So what happens is that the person at the top, they have to do just as much work every month to stay there. So it's not like, you know, oh, you recruit 6 people and suddenly you're green status because they're all doing and you're earning off them and you can just like sit at home and make residual income. It doesn't work like that. On the 1st of every month, so today is the 1st of November, today all the black status level 2s got demoted to yellow and they start again. They have to sell 500 PRS every month and they have to have a team that sells in all those sections like I mentioned before. All of the quotas, and if they don't hit that, they don't hit every single mark, if they don't sell themselves, if they don't coach the team to sell, if they don't have the support and the structure underneath them, they don't have new people in every month, because people in your circle, when they get to Green Elite, they move into your first gen, so now there's no one in your circle. So if your circle doesn't make the quota and everyone else does, you still don't get it, like you get nothing. So you would then just be paid as a yellow status or maybe a pink status, you know, we might do well enough for that. But you need to make sure that all of your levels are working and that you're recruiting and that you're selling and that you're sponsoring and you're coaching and you do all the work every month, and it makes it fair. It's not like there's no need to go and just find random people and pressure them into signing up, because you need people that are as committed to this as you are. You need people that are passionate about it or it just doesn't work. And everyone has to work their business every single month, no matter how high up you get. You might be like black status level 2, I think we have 1 so far. You've got your car allowance, you've got your holiday home allowance, you've got your residual income coming there. But today, you're yellow and you start all over again and you've got to work all the way back up to hit that before you get those benefits again. And I think that is fantastic. It keeps it fair for everyone and keeps everyone working, keeps everyone pushing, and it keeps everyone learning. It's great. These are my products. When I met Laura, I had no makeup, and now I own like so much I need a bag for it. I have 7 out of the 8 splodge creams, which are my favourite thing in the whole world. I even have like the moisturisers over there, the shine cloths are down there. I have things all over the place, things in boxes under the sink. I love the products, I absolutely love them. Mainly because it's completely mineral based and I can put all of them on my skin, which is not an easy thing for me to find. I recently won a raffle prize for Arbonne where I get 20% off for the next year, which is amazing, and some of their stuff is fantastic. Like the body jelly, you put it on and you smell like mint seaweed, and that doesn't sound appealing, but it is. It's like that fresh spa smell and it's amazing and it goes all over and then it's kind of mentally and it tingles and it's great. But their moisturisers for their face all contain alcohol, and I had on like their eye cream and their day cream and it smells amazing, and my skin did feel good after wearing it, but putting it on, like my whole face started to burn and it kind of like swelled just here, and Anthony was like, what have you done to your face? Like, you just put eye cream on. And it's such a shame because it smelled so good, and it like he spent the rest of the night sniffing me going, what have you done? Why do you smell like that? It's really nice. But I just can't use it, and the Younique stuff none of it has alcohol in it. There's no parabens, there's no sulfates, there's no harsh chemicals, it's not tested on animals in any way, and like I've had makeup on, I've been doing a Halloween special for my exclusive eyelash club. I've had like spider webs with pigment all over here, I've had lip stain all over my face like blood, I've had splurge creams like flowers and sparkles everywhere, I've had like my full face on, and in between that I've had training days, I've had events, I've had like my full face done to show people, and it has not broken out once. Look at that. And for any of you who remember Herbert, this is an achievement. So I absolutely love the products. I've not really found one yet that I don't like. I think there are this is a bit of a joint one because I realised that in my head I have more than 5 reasons to be with Younique. I wanted to make a point of mentioning my team. We are the Divine Divas. A lot of them are based in Australia, obviously, because that's where I picked it up. A lot of them are also in the UK, around Sheffield and further south. But they're just a fantastic bunch of women, and I mean, there's a couple of guys as well. Like Addy Tiffle is brilliant. He's one of the guys in our team, ex-military guy, selling mascara on Facebook, and he's brilliant. He's like an absolute inspiration to watch. And he's just so humble in everything he says and does, and he's so helpful, and so is everyone. I mean, that's kind of my point. Like, Mimi is always saying, ask me for help. If you need anything, come to me. Don't sit there and be stuck. We will work this out. We'll help you. We'll do everything we can to get your business going. I mean, yeah, it benefits them, but it also benefits me, So it's not like I can complain. Another thing that they push quite a lot is self-development, and I think that's quite huge. I think the way I think about things has changed quite a lot since I started with Younique. I'm just always kind of looking at how can I be better. I mean, I found a lot of people that I listen to on podcasts, on YouTube, online, about just different mindsets to have, how to be more positive, how to be more productive, how to keep motivated, just how to grow and learn as a person. Like Shalene Johnson, I think, is amazing, and I listen to her all the time. She's got 2 podcasts, and I've got both of them on my phone, and I generally listen to her when I go running. And I mean, one of the things she says is you should always be learning, like always try and be smarter. I think that's great. It's kind of encouraged me to look into a lot of things. I'm doing a forensics course on the side as well. And I saw something the other day on Facebook that was, when was the last time you did something for the first time? So for the whole of November, I'm going to find something brand new to do every single day. And I've got a little teammate going with that. So me and Tracy are like on Facebook, keeping each other going with it. And it's just like, it encourages me to have more fun. It encourages me to do stuff like this, which is not comfortable, I guess. A lot of people have issues being on video. I don't really. I'm quite a confident person. I have no qualms about making myself look like an idiot on YouTube with a clown face or whatever. But I'm not so good at the touchy-feely stuff. But there are a couple of videos coming this month which are a bit more like that. A bit more sort of opening up and showing your vulnerable side, and that's not something I've ever really been very good with. But I think that's something that's quite important to get over, because I feel like that's how you really connect with people. I mean, if people look at me and go, oh, you're just so confident and everything's dead easy for you and you're doing dead well, that doesn't attract people, because I seem kind of inhuman, I guess. If everything's great, then for them everything's not easy and everything's not great, and therefore I'm not a role model in any way. So I'm going to work on that this month. But Younique encourages stuff like that. It makes you really look at yourself and just think about why you're doing things and how you're doing things. And I mean, if we're going to be totally honest about last month, I didn't do very well. I mean, I did well enough and I did fine. I didn't make any promotions. I didn't have anyone new join my team. I mean, I did fine, and I got new makeup out of it. Got all the splodge creams on the kudos. It was amazing. But I mean, there's loads of reasons that I can make up for that. I can say, well, I was stressed at work and had this going on and I was away and whatever. But really, it's just excuses. I didn't work hard enough, and it makes you look at that. It makes you look at things in a realistic way as well. It's another thing. Tony Robbins, another idol I have. I just love the sound of his voice. He says you need to look at things as they are. Don't make them worse than they are. Don't dramatise them. But just saying everything's great is not enough. You need to look at it realistically, or else you'll never get over it. So I need to look at last month and go, yeah, it's probably my weakest month so far out of the 4. Why was that? I didn't work hard enough. How am I going to change that? Well, I'm going to sort it out this month. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to put myself out there more. I'm going to meet more people. I'm going to talk about it more. This is things how I fix it, and it's my problem. It's my responsibility. And it just Younique encourages you to think like that, just to kind of see things realistically and not get overwhelmed, and be a bit more positive, a bit more proactive. And I just really I like the person that I am doing this, and I think that is massively important. And anything, if you don't like the person you are during something, you shouldn't be doing it. If you don't like the person you are around someone, you shouldn't be around them. It's not good in a friendship, it's not good in a relationship, it's not good in a job. I mean, I go to work and I sort of sit on my own and I don't speak to anyone, and I get my work done, and then I come home, and that's not me. I'm silly and I'm fun and I'm bubbly and I'm chatty and I'm friendly, and Younique lets me be all those things, and I think it's great. I think it's a wonderful thing for me, for my personality, for my confidence, and I'm just having so much fun doing it. And I'm sure that anyone who comes along with me, like, I'm happy to share my fun with you. So give it some thought. So the Younique Foundation is a charity that was set up by Derek and Melanie, who co-founded Younique, and it was the purpose of it is to give a retreat to women who have been sexually abused as a child, as a young woman, and they can come and they have somewhere safe that they can start the healing process, basically. And they go and they get a journal and they get a blanket and they get somewhere to be with other people who've experienced what they have. They have someone to talk to, and they go through counselling. And there's currently a waiting list of like 70 to 100 people just to get there. 10% of everything Younique sells goes to the Younique Foundation, which is incredible. There's also an option at checkout where you can round up to the nearest pound or dollar. Now, this I've found only seems to work when you're using US dollars and American orders. I've been able to do it then when I've been sending things to customers in America. I've not quite found it here. I'm going to really look into that and I will let you all know. But keep a lookout for it at checkout. There is the option to round up, and like the extra pennies go towards the Younique Foundation. It's just such an admirable thing, and Melanie and Derek have said that whatever happens, this foundation will keep going. Younique are giving 10% of all of their profits to it, but they are going to fund it like over and above that. If for some reason it's not enough, it doesn't cut it, there's a deficit, they're going to put their own money into there, and they're going to make sure that it works and it is there to help people because they care. It's amazing listening to them and hearing their stories, and Younique is just such a nice company like that. It doesn't test on animals. A lot of our products are vegan. Everything's cruelty free. It's a charitable foundation. Every time I find out more about this company, I become more and more proud to be affiliated with it, and I think that's a fantastic thing. I don't think many people can say that about where they work.